Just like the street lights lit this town, like a fire in a blaze, gotta burn it down. Can't be afraid to leave this out. We got this far, don't know how. I see danger in your eyes.
Hello YouTube, it is your girl Kimberly. Thank you so much for coming back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to be giving my 2 cents on 5 reasons you need to learn to do your own makeup, and then I have a bonus reason at the end. So if you want to know more about how I even got to this point of talking about this, again, because I feel like I already did on my channel, but I'm going to get into it based on all the things, alright? But before we get started, please subscribe to the channel. I truly appreciate you taking the time to click on my video and watch it. It really means a lot to me. We are on the road to 5,000 subscribers, and in order for me to reach that goal, I need your help and your support. So if you're already subscribed, thank you, thank you, thank you. But if you're not subscribed, please click the subscribe button. I make hair, makeup, skincare, nails, all kinds of videos here, and I want you to be a part of the crew. So please, please, please subscribe. If you like the video, and if you want to be the first to know when I post a video or when I go live, hit the notification bell. Alright, so on social media, there are a plethora of videos, and it continues to be a trend. Like, this has been happening for years at this point. I feel like I first started noticing it probably like in 2021, 2022, because outside was opening again, and a lot of people were going to makeup artists, and they were having all these challenges with the prices being too expensive, allergic reactions to products sometimes, people not showing up, the makeup not looking like what they agreed upon, the price changing once they get there, just all these different they get to the place and nobody's there and it's closed, and their event is like in 2 hours, and it's just all this drama of issues with the makeup appointment and trying to get the makeup done for said thing. And my thing is, if you just knew how to do your own makeup, you wouldn't have to worry about this. Now with hair, I definitely understand the idea of, like, especially if you're getting like a sew-in or a wig install, you can't necessarily sew on your own head, right? Like, that is something that is physically difficult, and you need to see what you're doing for most of us. So I understand why people would want to go to a professional to get that done. Same thing with like waxing or something like that, more challenging to do it on yourself. But makeup, you see your face every day, you know what colors look good on you, you know what colors don't look good on you, you know what features you like to exaggerate, you know what features you want to perhaps maximize because you think they're small, like my lips, or you want to carve that cheek or make your nose look slimmer, or whatever it is you want to do in makeup. You already know because you live in your face every day and you experience it every day. So it is a great value to yourself to learn how to do your own makeup, and these are 5 reasons why. Number 1, it's not that hard. It is not that hard. Now granted, I'm not talking about special effects, Hollywood movie makeup. I'm not talking about celebrity makeup. Just you and your face, to put a little bead on that looks cute, is not that hard. You can do it. And I feel like half of the battle is the courage of people wanting to not look bad, so then they're just like, I'll just go to a professional because the professional is always going to do it right. But 1, the professional doesn't always do it right. 2, half of the time you don't like what they did, even though technically what they did, there's nothing wrong with it, it's just not your style. So now you're trying to go back and forth with them to try to tell them how to make it like what you want, when it's like, you really should just learn to do a simple 1, 2, instead of fighting with every makeup artist in your local city. Like, it is not that difficult. It is not that difficult. So 1, it's not that hard. That's the first thing. Number 2 on the list, makeup artists are sometimes unreliable. When it comes to all of the service industry, beauty, hair, makeup, nails, spa, things happen, and some people are just chronically, I gotta reschedule, I gotta push you back, I'm double booked, no show, no call, I'll give you your deposit back. Sometimes they won't give you your deposit back, and it's just drama situations, all this stuff. And if it's one thing if it's like your wedding or your photo shoot or something like that, then maybe I could see you want to do a makeup artist. But it's like, it's your homegirl's birthday, so then you need the makeup artist appointment. Like, that just seems like a lot. And now you're mad, you're upset because your whole plan is messed up because of this situation with this potential unreliable makeup artist. Now, I will say, in those situations, get yourself to a mall. Get yourself to a mall, to a MAC store. I don't think Sephora does full makeovers anymore, but get yourself to a beauty counter in a mall or to a MAC store, and then just try to tell them what you want. Also, try not to get these makeup appointments that are too late in the night, because if the mall closes at 8 or 9 and you had a makeup appointment for 7, you're not gonna have enough time to dash over to the makeup counter. So get like a 5 o'clock appointment and then just ask them for tips on like how to preserve it, because you should be prepared for something to go wrong. I mean, hope for the best but prepare for the worst. But that is the second issue with depending on makeup artists to be able to have any makeup look, because then I was like, you can't have anything if the person doesn't do it. That's already crazy. All right, number 3, even though I did just say go to the counter in the case of emergency, a lot of time the counter makeup artists are in a position of trying to get more experience. It depends on the location. I've been to makeup counters all over the country in terms of specifically for the United States, and there are some counters where the makeup representatives are true artists with years of experience who know how to do makeup on people of all colors, all situations and circumstances, and they're real true experts. And then there's other cases where it's like, I'm actually here more as a sales associate capacity, but I'm learning makeup and I'm taking a certificate for a makeup artist like license. Well, it's not a license, but like I'm in cosmetology school or esthetician school, and I'm trying to figure it out, and I'm learning and practicing on all the people who come to this counter. That is also another situation that is very possible. And my experience has been, especially the last couple of times I went, is that they have people who are not experienced doing makeup on black people, and it is very evident when they start to pull their colors, when they talk about their plan. And because I wear makeup, I'm just like, I already need orange underneath to correct this color. You're gonna use that kind of eyeshadow? What, are we mixing that? Are we putting that? Do you think that baby pink is actually gonna show up on my face? We try it, no it doesn't. Why didn't you know that in advance? Why did I have to tell you? So that is another issue with the counter. Sometimes you just get people who don't have the experience, who don't have the variety of working with different people, different circumstances, and they just don't know what to do. Other times, my experience has been they're really locked in on their own kind of style of makeup, and they spend the whole time trying to convince you like what you want is not what is best, and like, let me do this because like this is my thing, and like you should let me try it. Very quick aside, one year for Halloween I went to the MAC store to get my makeup done, and as you can see, I have very exaggerated brows. I fill them in where there is no brow because these are the dream brows that I wish I had. And the makeup artist was just like, no, like you should only put eyebrow pencil on the brows that actually exist, and like just leave the rest of it blank, like only highlight your real brow. And I was like, what the helly? But granted, this was years ago, so I didn't say what the helly, but I was just like, I'm telling you what I want. Why are you trying to convince me of something else? But of course I was also younger, so I was just like, what the heck, let's try it. And though my brows looked atrocious, but the benefit for me was that it was Halloween, so a lot of people had crazy looking makeup on. So people were just like, your eyebrows look crazy, like, are you like a crazy, I was a flight attendant or a sailor. I think I was a sailor, so I wanted like the little perfect red blush cheeks and stuff, and people were like, are you like a crazy sailor or like a drunk sailor with your eyebrows? And I was just like, and this is exactly why I should have done my own makeup, because at the time I had enough skill to do that look, and I could have done it with, I just needed to practice like 4 nights and I would have killed it, and it would have had the eyebrows I wanted. Also, another issue with this kind of stuff is if I was at home contemplating, like I couldn't wipe the eyebrows off and do my eyebrows, but then I was like, but then that's going to mess up my whole base, and I didn't buy all the foundation and powder, so it's not going to even match same because the foundations I have here are a different brand, so it's going to be a different color, and Yep, so the counter people are not always good. I'll leave that at that. Number 4, application is expensive now. It used to be back in the days you could buy $40 or $50 worth of product and it would do your makeup. Baby, those days are long gone. Now companies are saying they want you to spend $60 to $70 for them to do your makeup, if they even do the full makeup. I know Sephora, the new thing is they'll do the eyes or the lip, or you get like one section of makeup but they won't do your full face. And then in terms of traditional makeup artists, where you like book an appointment and go to their studio and stuff like that, they're charging up to like $150, $200. So now you're talking $200, you could buy a whole makeup kit at Ulta in the drugstore section. Like, for all of that for one night, I mean, if you got it like that, congratulations. But I'd rather spend my coins on my money on vacation and hanging out with my people. Like, that is a lot of money for a single use application of makeup. And also now you're waiting in the waiting room, you're trying to see if they're on time, on schedule, all the previous things I talked about. You're dealing with all that nonsense and then paying $200 for the one-time makeup. So it's like, and if it's a holiday, if it's a big weekend, if it's a concert, now you're gonna feel like you rushed, because they usually take more and more people, try to get more and more money. So now it's like, oh, and I feel like she rushed me, it doesn't even look that good. Like, and you spent $150, $200. Like, no. Learn to do it yourself. And the thing that's crazy is most people like the same makeup. Very few people are going to a makeup artist like, I want a triple stacked graphic liner that's multicolored with a smoky eye cut crease ombre. Like, y'all aren't even asking for complicated stuff. You want soft glam. Like, you can do soft glam at the house. You have soft glam at home. Like, now maybe do a makeup class. That's a new thing that I see people doing online, where they pay for the person to teach them how to do their makeup, and then they tell you what to buy if you don't have makeup, or you bring your own makeup and then they give you like strategies and tell you what to do. That is something worth paying for. But in terms of just getting your makeup done one and done, like if it's not a wedding or a big party, I don't get it. I don't get it. Lastly, 5th reason, eyes only looks crazy. There's a new thing where people are getting one makeup thing done, so eyes only, or you get your base done only, and then you don't have no blush, no contour, no nothing, just concealer and foundation, and no brows, and no lashes. And this is just one singular part of the makeup, and then like I'll figure everything out myself. Like, you could have done the one piece yourself. You could have done the one piece yourself. And I feel like a big issue is that a lot of people are not practicing. I know that now the outside's open, there's no more like pandemic-y sit in front of the mirror and do my makeup, but bring that back. Or what you can do is practice makeup on days when you're going out, but it's like not a big deal. So if all you're doing is running errands Saturday morning, and you know Saturday night is the function, try your exact makeup look Saturday morning, and then see how it looks, how it lasts, if it's creasing, if it's breaking down, if the color's not staying, and then you'll be able to perfect that look when you wash your face and do it over for the nighttime, because you already been outside all sweaty and doing the things, and now you can already have the practice of doing it, and you could perfect it. Or also, if it's a girl's night in, or just a night in at home by yourself, it's Thursday after work and you are just about to get home and relax. After you make your dinner, go ahead and play in your makeup a little bit so you can practice the highlight, the contour, the bronzer, the blush. See what combinations of stuff you like. Do you like the pink eyeshadow with the peach blush, or does it clashing to you? Does the peach blush even work with your undertone? How does that feel? Does the powder look a little patchy and you wish you would use the cream instead? You can figure out all those things by practicing your own makeup on your own face, and you don't even have to spend a lot of money. Like I said, there's so many phenomenal drugstore makeup products now that you can invest in those, and it will be really great, and you'll have them forever, or at least for the 2 years before they expire. Lastly, bonus, YouTube University. You don't have to, let's say if you don't have the resources or the opportunity to pay a makeup artist to teach you how to do your own makeup, YouTube University, learn one thing at a time. Watch videos on brows, master brows, and then move on to the next things. Videos on eyeshadow, learn a smoky eye, a cut crease, learn like 1 or 2 basic techniques. an ombre eye. Like, just learn those and then move on to the next thing. How to apply foundation, what type of foundation is best for your skin. You could learn all of this stuff on YouTube for free, no money. You already pay for the internet, most likely. I'm like 99% sure you already pay for the internet. You can watch it and learn it for free on YouTube. So that is a bonus that it only takes time, which, I mean, when you add up how much money and time you're going to spend going to makeup artists and people getting your makeup done, not saying don't support makeup artists, that is not my thing at all. I'm not saying bashing them like that they're all horrible, but there's a time and a place, I think, for those kinds of things where you have more control over who is there and what the situation is, versus it's ladies night and I'm feeling right and I want to go out and now I can't wear makeup unless I pay somebody $200 to wear makeup. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying don't use them, but also you should be able to do it one too. Also, things happen with people. Like, the makeup artist got a family to feed. What if one of the kids gets sick? Like, you still have to go. Now what? So yeah, moral of the story is learn to do a little 1-2 basic look, so that way you will always be ready. If you stay ready, you don't have to get ready, and if you don't have to get ready, you're already ahead of the game. So thank you so much for taking the time to watch my video. Please subscribe and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Just like the street lights lit this town, like a fire in a blaze, gotta burn it down.